What's up, everybody? It's Keefy.
It's my birthday!
Watch the Weekly Ritual, Ghost Cult's news show, right here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. GhostCultMag.com is a small business. With that out of the way, let's get into it. In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult Magazine. We kick this week's features off with our chat with author and drummer JJ Anselmi, all about his book Doomed to Faill, which is getting a second printing very soon. We also interviewed the great Justine Jones of Employed to Serve. Their brand new album is out today from Spine Farm Records. You can also catch me on the Glacially Musical Pordcast. The podcast airs twice a week. I'm on once a week, where I join host Nick Cameron and we break down classic eras from classic bands. And now the news rundown. And now for some tour news. Devastating news from the Vator Warcamp, as they have canceled all of the 2021 festival and headline show appearances due to a mental health crisis from singer Mike Patton. He made a statement all about this, apologizing to fans, but also needing to take care of himself and not really being prepared to tour, even though the band had been posting personal footage that had been going very well, and everybody was highly looking forward to the return of one of the greatest bands ever, as well as Mr. Bungle, who was going to make an exclusive appearance at Riot Fest, but Mike cannot go on. He needs a break. He needs to take care of himself. Get well soon, Mike. We love you. Awesome news from Inkcarceration Fest in Central Ohio, held at the prison made famous in The Shawshank Redemption. It was headlined by Rob Zombie, Slipknot, and the return of Mudvayne after 12 years. The Birberdang is back, everybody. It was a fantastic festival. 75,000 fans strong attended. Tattoo artists, bands, merch, crazy times, a haunted prison tour. It sounds awesome. They broke their own attendance record. They will be back in 2022. Awesome news from Mastodon and Opeth, as they will team up for a co-headline tour this fall and winter. The band will be joined by Zeal Ardor as direct support. The two bands did a co-headline tour many years ago in the States, and now they're coming back. Opeth continues to support their last album, In Cauda Venenum. Mastodon's new album, Hushed and Grim, is coming soon in October. Zeal Ardor has a new album coming in 2022. Super awesome stuff. Static X will headline the Rise of the Machine tour in 2022, along with Fear Factory, who will announce a new singer soon. Dope, Mushroomhead, and Twiztid on a few dates. The band continues to celebrate their legacy, the life and music of Wayne Static, and soon, the 20th anniversary of their Machine album. Some festivals are awesome, some struggle. Blue Ridge Rock Festival is one of them. They were held this past weekend with a bunch of killer bands, but the festival had some growing pains as it expanded in its third year. The sold-out festival had a lot of issues. A lot of fans descended online to complain in droves about certain things about the festival they were unhappy with. Seems like many fans also had a very good experience there. We'll be bringing you a recap of that festival pretty soon. Alice Cooper and the Cult will join forces next year in the UK for a co-headline tour. Legendary heavy metal band Raven will embark on the Metal City Tour next month in the US, stretching into mid-November. Steve Vai has announced a headline tour of the US, and he has a new record coming soon. And LA metalers Boy Vator will have a tour of Southern California starting next week, including their first hometown show in LA in over 2 years. Surprising news from Artifical Brain, as they have announced the departure of their singer Will and a replacement for their upcoming tour with Into Armor, Paolo Pantogenin, hope I said that correctly, from Miasmatic Necrosis, what a name. Paulo's going to step in for Will. Will is leaving the band to go on to other pastures. The band is actually breaking up after the release of their next record, which they are finishing now. Bummer. Ghost Cult favorite Emma Ruth Rundle has announced her new album, Engine of Hell, coming soon from Sargent House Records, and she dropped an incredible new single, Return, which you all need to hear. Pre-orders are live now for the album. Obituary has announced a new live stream event next weekend, September 25th, and they will debut a new song. The new Obituary album is expected in 2022. Every Time I Die has dropped an incredible new lyric video for their song Planet Shit off their upcoming album Radical, due from Epitaph Records next month. Record Store Day Black Friday is back this November with a tremendous slate of releases of limited edition vinyls, custom out-of-print stuff, and cassettes and other cool things. Some of the bands releasing music include Aerosmith, All Them Witches, Blackberry Smoke, the Jim Carroll Band, John Carpenter, Alice Cooper, Dio, Evanescence, Billy Gibbons, Reverend Horton Heat, Jimi Hendrix, Iron Maiden, Ozzy, Judas Priest, King's X, Motorhead, and 2 releases from Puscifer, and many more. Legendary band Failure has been in the studio in Los Angeles recording their 6th album, due for release in 2022. Behemoth frontman Nergal has had his most recent charge of blasphemy dropped. He was convicted in February for his blasphemy during his Me and That Man video, which he stomped on a photo of the Virgin Mary, but the court ruled that since this was seen on his social media by only a select audience and people had the option to not watch it, like normal people shit, the masses could not have been offended by this. Nergal, of course, took to social media to crow about being vindicated. Good job, Nergal. New Me and That Man, Volume 2, new music, same shit, coming soon. Holy cow! Iron Maiden has their highest charting album in the US ever. They sold 64,000 copies, or the equivalent of 64,000 copies with some streams in there, to chart number 3 on the rock charts. This is their highest debut ever for their new album, Senjutsu, out now on BMG and Parlophone Records. Congrats to Iron Maiden and their entire team. Rockers Trip the Witch, featuring Dean DeLeo of Stone Temple Pilots, have released their self-titled debut album, streaming everywhere right now. They dropped the first single, Saturn We Miss You, featuring former Yes vocalist John Anderson. Legendary mashup band Beatallica, who melds the music of the Beatles and Metallica, have signed to Metal Assault Records and announced their brand new album, Devolver, coming soon. Legendary Orange County hardcore band Ignite is in the studio with famed producer Cameron Webb, working on their first new album in 5 years. That'll be due out in early 2022. 30 years in the making, Ozzy Osbourne has released a brand new version of his hit single Hellraiser off of his smash 1991 album No More Tears. The new version of the song is a duet with the great and late Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead, who co-wrote the song and the album. You can pick up a new version of No More Tears today and stream it everywhere. Metal Legends Helmet have announced their first live album, Live and Rare, coming out this fall from Ear Music. Half the album is from the legendary CBGBs in a back-in-the-day performance, and the other half of the album is from Big Day Out in Australia. Killer. Modern doom band Khemmis has announced their new album, Deceiver, coming this fall, and they dropped a brand new single, Living Pyre, which you can hear now everywhere. Metal legend and drummer Charlie Benante has teased on his Instagram account that the Anthrax drummer may hit the road next year with a solo band supporting his recent solo covers album. Posted about his brand new killer drum set, and name check with good friends Alex Skolnick of Testament, Ron Diaz of Suicidal Tendencies, and Brandon from Cobot as his potential band. Stay tuned for more details. And finally in the news, rockers Shinedown, who are on tour right now on a headline tour at festivals in the US. Their documentary film Attention from their 2018 album of the same name is streaming everywhere on video on demand for you to watch and purchase. You definitely want to watch this. It's an incredible story of the band's history, and for diehard fans, they're really going to love this thing.
And now for a look at some of the music on New Music Friday.
Alien Weaponry, Tangaroa, Napalm Records, Arcturus, Stars in Oblivion, The Complete Works 1991 to 2002, Prophecy Productions, Bastet, Exposed EP, RPM, The Blue Prison, Self-Titled, Metal Assault, Brainstorm, Wall of Skulls, AFM Records, Carcass, Torn Arteries, Nuclear Blast Records, Charlotte Wessels, Tales from 6 Feet Under, Napalm Records, Criminal, Sacrificio, Metal Blade Records, D.D. Verney and the Cadillac Band, Let's Rattle, MVD Records, Edge of Paradise, The Unknown, Frontiers SRL, Hexen, State of Insurgency re-release, and Theory Recordings, Holy Death Trio, Introducing, Ripple Music, Insomnia, Argent Moon EP, Century Media Records, Iron Lizards, Hungry for Action, The Sign Records, Cadabra, Ultra, Heavy Psych Sounds, Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears re-release, Legacy Recordings, The Plot in You, Swan Song, Fearless Records, Rage, Resurrection Day, SPV and Steamhammer Records, The Raven Age, Exile, X1 Records, Robledo, Wanted Man, Frontiers SRL, Robin Red, Self-Titled, Frontiers SRL, Sonny Vincent, Snake Pit Therapy, Svart Records, Spirit Box, Eternal Blue, Rise Records, Spitfire, Do or Die, Massacre Records, Stray Light Run, Live at the Patchogue Theater, Craft Recordings, Thrice, Horizons/East, Epitaph Records, Vega, Anarchy and Unity, Frontiers SRL, Vulvadinian, Praenuntius Infinity, Unique Leader Records.
And now for a look in our mailbag. This week's mailbag features the awesome Descendants action figure from Super 7 Toys. You know, if you watch this new show, we love toys. You see my Funkos right behind me over my shoulder, and we love Super 7. They make all kinds of reaction figures from Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth, and many more. Hopefully someday Beatallica. But in the meantime, Descendants, who I just saw open for Rise Against last month, this killer Milo Goes to College figure is amazing, and I love it. You made it to this part of the show, so you know what time it is. It's the end. GhostColdMag.com is a small business, and we thank you so much for watching. Please smash that like button, ding that bell, and get notified when you subscribe, and drop a comment or share this story with your friends. As we say every week in this show, it's a tough time in the world, so please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and stay fucking metal.